Guys, it's Nicole, and I'm here with a video to talk about what happened with Dallas and court and custody and all that. So, sorry about the way I look right now. I am freaking exhausted. Holy shit, I'm exhausted. I'm probably gonna go to sleep after this, but yeah. So, what happened was, I did apply or place a restraining order against Dallas, and we went to court. And the day before I went to court, I was in the courthouse for literally 8 hours doing a custody class and filling out custody paper, where they helped me fill out the custody paper and understand it and all that stuff. So, well, actually, it's like 3 packets of stuff. So custody is very, very difficult. And yeah, but I was in the courthouse for 8 hours doing a class on custody, and then the next day I had court for the restraining order for Dallas to pretty much like either decide that he wants to fight the restraining order or agree with it. So we go to court, and there was a chance that Dallas could be there or he could not be there, and I was hoping he was just not there, which means that I would have just won by default, like the restraining order would have been put in place by default. And so anyways, we went to court, and at first I didn't see him there, and I was just like, all right, cool, he's not there. And then after a while I looked back and I seen him standing there, and I was like, fuck. So I texted my friend Kendra and told her to get down to the courthouse before we got called to go up to do our case and stuff like that, because she was a witness with what happened and stuff, like when he hit me and stuff like that. So I called or text Kendra and told her to come. She ended up rushing over to the courthouse, and just so that she could be there and be a witness. And so they went. So after we got called up, then me and Dallas went up there, and the judge, like, automatically, Dallas, like, he did not dress properly for court. He was wearing shorts and, like, this weird shirt that looked like it had gang writing on it and stuff, and he freaking looked, like, all disgusting and shit, and, like, he had hickeys all over his neck, and, like, that, like, when I seen that he had hickeys all over his neck, that hurt. Like, I still, like, I didn't have feelings for him, but it still hurt. It was like, wow, dude, really? So, yeah, but we went up there, and luckily the judge that we had is actually Maggie's drug court judge, so that the judge knows, like, everything that's happened with Dallas, and knows my family and the Dallas situation. So automatically the judge, like, he questioned me. He's like, oh, you're Maggie's sister? And I'm like, yeah, I am. So yeah, but Dallas goes in there, and he just has this freaking stupid, oh, I'm so bad attitude, and, like, he goes in, he's, like, slouching in the chair and shit, and then the judge, like, is asking him questions, and he's answering with, yep, and if you've ever been to court, you don't answer the judge with yep, you answer with yes or no, or yes, sir, or no, sir, and all that. So he's automatically, like, screwing himself over, and the judge is asking him questions. He's like, yep, and then the judge, like, asked him the question again, and then he was like, yep, and then the judge was like, alright, so when I ask you a question, you answer with yes or no. And after that, he's like, oh, alright. So, like, the judge put him in his place pretty damn quick. But anyways, so we go up there, and the judge immediately asked him, like, told him, like, you are here to either agree with the restraining order or fight it. And then he told him his options, and immediately he asked him, he's like, do you understand the restraining order? And Dallas was like, yeah, I do. And then he was just like, and then the judge asked him, he was like, all right, so you can either, and then he told him his first option, which was to agree with the restraining order. And before he could even tell him his other options, which would be to fight it and stuff like that, then Dallas automatically, like, looked at me and, like, gave me this dirty ass look and just smiled and was like, yes, I want to agree with it. And then so, like, immediately, like, the judge is like, oh, alright, you want to agree with it? Then okay. So he's like, you understand the agreement, right? You understand the restraining order? And he was like, yeah, I do. I want to agree with it. So the judge was like, all right, so since you're going to agree with it, then you cannot come near Nicole, you can't go near her house, and you cannot go near the child in her custody for the next 12 months. So technically, I do have custody of Aaliyah for the next year, but I am still going to get the custody papers in order and stuff like that. And I mean, there's a lot of different people who have different opinions about what I should do with custody and stuff. There's people who believe I should just get sole custody and just let Dallas have visitations whenever I want or whatever. But I guess it really depends on Dallas whether I want to do sole custody or joint custody. But right now I'm aiming towards joint custody, and how I want to do that is where I have Aaliyah the whole entire week, and then on I think I would like to do either every week or every other weekend, or every weekend or every other weekend, where on Friday he gets her and then she stays the night with him, and then Saturday he gets her, she stays the night with him, and then on Sunday, like at like 12 o'clock, in the afternoon or whatever, then I go pick her up. So that's what I would like to do, but I haven't really made up my mind quite yet. But that's what is in the custody papers that I filled out. That's the agreement that I wanted to do. So now my next step is to take those custody papers down to the courthouse and get them notarized, and then I need to have a second party that is neutral with Dallas and I, or I can have a officer serve Dallas the custody papers, and then we'll get another court date where we actually discuss and have our custody court and stuff like that. So that's the next step, and then after that, then they make up an agreement, we come to an agreement, blah blah blah, and if we can't come to an agreement, we have to pay $100 an hour for a mediator, which is bullshit. So I'm hoping that we just can come up with an agreement that we both agree on. And but yeah, so after that, then we'll come up with an agreement, and then after we come up with an agreement, then the judge will sign the papers, and then that will be it. But yeah, so that's pretty much our next step, and that's what happened. So I do have custody of Aaliyah for the next year, but I still am getting those custody papers in order and stuff like that. So that's what happened. That's all I really have to say about it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, and request videos. Also, go like my Facebook fan page. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and go check out and follow my blog that I made. And yeah. Alright, bye guys.